Welcome to the Mighty Baker Podcast. I am Pete Tidwell, your host. I am a custom cake artist, bakery business coach, certified life coach, and the CEO at my bakery business, The Mighty Baker. You might have seen me winning Food Network's Cake Wars, competing on Halloween Baking Championship, or have tasted one of my delicious custom cakes or desserts. Either way, I am so happy that you're here today. I'm obsessed with the art of baking and caking, but I'm even more passionate about helping others live a happy life. Join me here every Wednesday as I share highlights and learnings from my ongoing journey as a bakery business owner. I will also be sharing positive mindset tips and business and life tips along the way, as well as inviting some of my baker friends that I have met over the years on TV baking competition shows. It's going to be a blast, and we are going to have so much fun because here in the world of the Mighty Baker, cake is life. So come on, and let's jump right in the mixing bowl and see what is being mixed up and discussed in this week's episode of the Mighty Baker Podcast. Let's go. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to episode 37, Courage to Believe in Yourself. I am very excited to be here with you today. First off, because it's episode 37. That means I've been doing this for 37 weeks straight now, and I have a very hard time celebrating my wins. So I'm going to be saying this right now, right here on the podcast, because I'll re-listen to this someday, and this will help me a lot. So episode 37, I am so proud of myself for doing this every single week. And let this be a lesson to you as well. Remember to celebrate your small wins and your big wins, of course, but celebrate the wins, because oftentimes I'll have something go well in my business and I'll be like, all right, what's the next thing, without celebrating. And I think it's very important to just stop for just one moment and celebrate and be proud of yourself so that you can gain a deeper belief in yourself. Because it's making those wins mean something. And you actually use those small wins and those small hurdles that you're jumping over, the failures, the setbacks that you're jumping over, and you're using those to actually believe in yourself deeper, because you're learning from each of those opportunities and each of those things that are going on in your business. This is an important part of our business journey, and that's how you grow into a stronger belief in yourself, is by building and maintaining habits that grow your confidence. And then you can take that confidence and then grow that into self-confidence, because self-confidence is that self-belief. Confidence is you did a task, you did it well, you accomplished it, and now you know that you can do that task again. It can help with self-belief, I believe, but it's a little bit different, and self-confidence and self-belief kind of takes that a step further. So I was listening to something the other day, and it mentioned, what is the most precious gift of the mind? And it said a belief in oneself. And I truly believe that. And it may seem trite or cliche, or you may be sick of people saying it all the time. I know for years I have went to entrepreneur speeches, listened to podcasts, listened to all these things, and people are giving tips on how to do things. And so many people are like saying it's believing in yourself. That is the biggest thing. And it's something that's said all the time, but really, it's so true, because that belief in yourself is what's going to drive you through the hard parts of your business and the hard parts of your life. So that is why to cultivate that belief in yourself and have courage to believe in yourself. Like, take that next step. And I know a lot of times people have a hard time like touting themselves or talking about themselves online. That's different. I mean, yes, it is hard, and that's something that's helpful to be able to do in your business, to be able to have that confidence and exude that confidence out there. But a belief in yourself is very intimate, just with yourself. It's with your self-talk. It's with the things that are going on in your brain. And we're going to go through today of 5 ways that you can gain a stronger belief in yourself. And this is a hard one. And that's, of course, a thought, and that's, of course, a way that I just chose to say it. But does it have to be hard? Or do we just make it hard because that's what comes up in our brains? It's like I wrote down in my notes like that this is hard work and that you need to stay consistent on some of these things so you can believe in yourself. Yeah, that's true. It is hard work. But really, don't make it harder than it needs to be, because I do that all the time. I make it way harder than it needs to be. Like, just work on these things and you'll see slow progress. It's not a night and day thing. A belief in oneself is something that is grown and is cultivated over a period of time. And that's actually your whole life. But we can get to a place where we have a deep belief in ourselves, where we can use that to help push us to the next level. And yeah, oftentimes we have to borrow that belief from other people that believe in ourselves and believe in us so that we can move to that next level. But that's only going to get us so far. To have a belief in oneself, that is what's going to take us to that next level in our business. And my business coach talks about the next level all the time, and I love it because it really helps me think about, what am I doing to get to that next place? Like the Pete Tidwell 6 months from now, the Pete Tidwell a year from now, or even tomorrow. How much better am I going to be tomorrow if I work on these things and am aware of these things going on and really take note of them? So we're going to jump into this and go through these. So, how to gain a stronger belief in yourself. That's what we're going to talk about today. So, number 1, accomplish small tasks and set goals for yourself. This can help you build confidence and sense of accomplishment. So this is a huge one. I like to do my lists and tasks and those kind of things where I can actually mark things off. Because as I mark things off, it helps me know that I've accomplished it and that I was able to do it. And also setting goals for yourself. What does that look like? You want to have some lofty goals, but also you want some smaller goals that you can check off and have the accomplishment of, I got up this morning. I went on a walk this morning. And that's a whole other topic of setting goals. And there's past podcast episodes about that. So go back and look at those. But accomplishing small tasks and setting goals for yourself. This can help you build confidence and a sense of accomplishment. Number 2, surround yourself with positive and supportive people. The people you surround yourself with can have big impact on your self-esteem and your self-worth. So that's a huge one. Surround yourself with positive influences. That's where energy comes from. That's where good energy comes from. Where does not good energy come from? It's surrounding yourself with influence of things that are going to help you be on that higher vibration of positivity. And when you're in that place and you can be in that positive area, that is where the ideas are going to come from. That's just where the belief in yourself is going to come from. So surround yourself with positive and supportive people that help you to believe deeper in yourself. It's just another way of doing that. Number 3, practice self-care and self-compassion. We've talked about this in past episodes. Taking care of yourself physically and emotionally so you can feel better about yourself. If you need professional help, go and get professional help. Get a life coach, get a counselor, go see a therapist. Whatever that means, like, go and take care of yourself. Go take a walk. I'm part of a challenge right now with my business coach where we are doing exercise every day. We're doing silence and stillness every day for a period of time. We are doing learning, like as in listening to podcasts and learning a new task or skill and enlightening and enriching our minds so that we can put ourselves in those positions where we are practicing self-care and self-compassion by learning and taking care of ourselves emotionally by doing meditations, by taking a break from our work for short periods of time where we can take care of ourselves. Because if you don't exist, if you're not there and you don't have a deep belief in yourself, it's going to be hard to run your business on the daily if you are not in that place. So practicing that and growing that, cultivating it. It's not something, like I said, that's just overnight, that all of a sudden somebody just has this deep belief in themselves and nothing's going to stop them. It's a daily thing, daily habits that we get into to help us to cultivate that and deepen that belief in ourselves. Number 4, challenge negative thoughts and beliefs about yourself. Recognize and challenge any negative thoughts or beliefs that you have about yourself and replace them with positive ones. It's easier said than done, I will say that, because you can't, it's really hard just to all of a sudden replace a negative thought with a positive one. Sometimes people talk about this and they make it seem like it's a very simple thing. No, it's a practice because number 1, before you can even challenge your negative thoughts or beliefs about yourself, first you got to be aware of them. So we've talked about that before in past episodes too. Like before you can actually challenge those negative thoughts, you need to be aware that they're actually happening. And I will guarantee you that you have thoughts that you have every single day that are not helping you be more positive. There are a lot of trained thoughts, programmed thoughts that all of us have. And it's interesting. I was listening to something the other day and I think I mentioned this in my podcast too, because I just am so fascinated by it, is that the thoughts that we have every single day, like 90% of our thoughts, of the thousands of thoughts that we have every single day, are the same ones that we had yesterday and the day before, and likely are going to be the same ones that we have today unless we become aware of our thought patterns and what thoughts we're actually having. And then after we're aware of them, then we can notice that some of them are not driving us to positive things. They're driving us to negative things, or they're not helping us feel better about ourselves. So let's be aware of them, because once we're aware of those thoughts and all those patterns and all the thoughts going on every day, guess what we can do with those patterns that repeat themselves every day and come up every day, especially those thoughts that are just ruthless every day, that are coming into your brain and are like challenging you on your self-belief. Guess what? We can disrupt those thoughts. But first, we got to be aware of them so that we can then recognize them, and then we can tackle them, and we can disrupt them. We can disrupt those thought patterns and then change them, create new patterns of thought, practice those over periods of time. There's many ways of doing this, a lot of different strategies to do this. But that is an area that I really highly suggest. We'll have future episodes on that as well, on how you can do that and how you can implement that in your life. And number 5, embrace your strengths, vulnerabilities, and imperfections. Accept your flaws and imperfections can help you build self-acceptance and self-compassion. This is an important one, and I really like it because embracing your strengths is such an important thing and kind of a hard thing to do too. Sometimes people will ask the question, well, what's your strengths? Sometimes a hard thing to answer. So let's answer it. What are your strengths? What are you really, really good at? What aren't you good at? And it's okay to not be good at things. It's okay to have imperfections. That's why as a business owner, as you grow your business, You learn what are the things that you enjoy to do and what are the things that you're not good at and that you really don't enjoy. That's okay, because you can outsource some of those things. You can figure out a different way to do them. You can figure out a different way to look at them. But ultimately, this is what I want each of you to cultivate in yourself, and is so important as you're growing your business, is taking care of yourself. Having the courage and pushing yourself. See, I think of having courage as being courageous, right? You're jumping out into battle and you're ready to take on the things that are in your way. So courage to believe in yourself, whatever that means. Believing that you can make the right choices for your business, and that the choices that you make in your business are the right ones because you made them in that moment. And to not get down about decisions that you may have made that may have caused something different to happen in your business. That's okay, because that happens too. Whether it's your decision or whether it's just the circumstances of this world that are battling down on you and your business and it's just hard, go down inside and be like, you know what? There's all these things going on, but guess what? I believe in myself deeply and I can do this. I can overcome and I can do hard things and I can figure out those things in my business. And then it's like a snowball effect, you guys. If you start recognizing and really focusing on gaining a stronger belief in yourself, it snowballs to the point where you have that confidence and self-belief in yourself, and you're just building on it, and it becomes bigger and bigger. And of course, every once in a while, that snowball might hit a tree and get cut halfway down, or get obliterated into a smaller snowball again. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes we get broken down. And sometimes that's important, though, because then it allows us, with those failures and setbacks like we've talked about before, to continue rolling and continue rolling down that hill and gaining momentum and getting more of that self-belief for ourselves. Yeah, it's going to get like hit and cut down every once in a while, but continue going. And to finish off today, how to gain a stronger belief in oneself is by following the 5 items that we discussed today. Number 1, accomplishing small tasks and setting goals for yourself. Number 2, surround yourself with positive and supportive people. Number 3, practice self-care and self-compassion. Number 4, challenge negative thoughts and beliefs about yourself. And number 5, embrace your strengths, vulnerabilities, and imperfections. By focusing on those and what we talked about today, this can help you on the process of gaining a stronger belief in oneself, gaining a stronger self-confidence. Remember, there are past episodes that talk all about self-confidence and the journey there and different aspects of it and how to work on that. And I just want to leave that with you today, and I hope that all of you have a fantastic day. And as I mentioned in the beginning, thank you for those who are listening. I believe in you. I don't know all of you, but I believe in all of you. I believe all of you have inside of you what it takes to become the best version of you. And it's just up to you to find out what that means. It's not trying to become like somebody else or trying to open a business like somebody else or trying to do things and replicate things that you see out in the market, whatever. The most precious gift of your mind is a belief in oneself. So let's get there so that when you have that belief in yourself, you can team that up with your business and they can be one in a mission and a vision of what you want to create in your life. So with all that said, let this be a challenge to you out there if you want to take this on, is look at those 5 items that we discussed in this week's podcast and pick one to work on this week. Pick one to work on that you can gain a stronger belief in yourself today. You could pick one of these today and choose, you know what? Today I'm going to surround myself with positive and supportive people. Or today I'm going to practice self-care and self-compassion. And choose something you're going to do along those lines to help better yourself and gain and cultivate a stronger belief in yourself. This is something I do on a daily basis. I try to work on something and be aware and really make that choice an active choice to take action towards having a stronger belief in myself, because it's a work in progress. It's something that we work on every day. And I challenge all of you guys to do that. And I hope you all have an amazing day, and we will see you next week. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Season 2 is going to be incredible, so please keep joining us. The Mighty Baker has a lot of exciting things going on. Head to themightybaker.com or follow us on social media at The Mighty Baker to stay updated on what we have coming down the pipeline. Are you or someone you know a bakery business owner? If so, you gotta check out my bakery business coaching. I am now taking on one-on-one clients and helping them create sweet success in their bakery business and their life. Head to bakerybusinesscoach.com to learn more about my coaching program and sign up for a free 30-minute coaching session. I want to coach you on any bakery business problem that is holding you back from growing and from enjoying your everyday life. Please join us next time on the Mighty Baker podcast. This is your host, Pete Tidwell, signing off and reminding you to make your day a mighty one.